Previously on Tech Makeover.
So I did something unconventional with When I Worked. I thought the best way to get their confidence up in the software is to force a situation where they had to use it.
I'm not the most tech-savvy guy in the world. I know how to use a computer. I know how to use our POS system that we have now. We know there's products out there, but we just don't know what the technology is. It would be really great if somebody could come in and explain to us what's out there so we know what to use to help our business get better.
When it comes to technology, I'm not the best at it, and I never have been. But when I know it can make me money, I'll take the time to figure it out and use all the tools I can get from it.
It's time for a Tech Makeover.
Okay, Steve and Brad, today we're going to talk about your scheduling. Can you give me a little idea of how you're currently doing your scheduling? How are you communicating with your employees on what shifts they're supposed to be working?
Well, right now I usually have a spreadsheet set up where I enter everybody's information in there, and then I send it out through text message to everybody. But it takes a few different text messages to get the whole staff, and we also have a different schedule for the front of the house and the back of the house staff. So it's a little confusing.
You're doing multiple group text messages.
Oh, yeah. Right, and then I have to keep track of when everybody's available to work, when they may not be available to work, when they want to work.
So I imagine that takes away from what you need to be doing, which is running your bar.
Exactly.
I think I've got a really good tool for you guys.
Okay, yeah. We could use it.
It's a mobile app and a back office app, so you can do all your scheduling on your computer, and your employees get all their schedules right on their phones. They can request time off. I think this is really going to help.
We used to use the old written schedule up on the walls. We had one in the kitchen. We had one back behind the bar for different sections of the house. The When I Work app seems, when Patricia explained it to me, seems like it would really help us out a lot.
Okay, so this is When I Work. I've got the software installed, got your account set up. And I took the Excel spreadsheet that you gave me that had your employee schedule on it, and I imported it right into the system. So you see right here, it's got the grid. It's got everybody's schedule by person and by day. Now this is all based on the fact that we've already got the employees set up. So over here, if I just click there, I can go into my employee setup and they can set up when they want to work, when they don't want to work, what their availability is. They can also do that from the mobile app on their phone.
Oh, that's really helpful.
So you can do it for them or they can do it themselves.
Will they be able to trade shifts or pick up other people's shifts on there?
Sure, so why don't you get your phone out and let me show you on the mobile app. Okay, perfect. Okay, so see here, you're scheduled to be here this afternoon. And let's just say you wanted to change out with somebody else. Then you click right here and it gives you a list here of the people that are available to work.
Right.
So you can then send a text message out. You select the people that you want to send the text messages out to. And you can filter that by position also. So if you're a bartender, then you're only going to see the bartenders that are available to work. So this is going to make your employees a lot happier because they're getting more of what they want in terms of shifts. And they're able to immediately communicate with their other coworkers if they need to trade a shift without bothering you and feeling that intimidation or that stress.
No more saying I didn't get your message or I didn't get your phone call or anything. It'll all be right in the app.
Absolutely. There's definite accountability, but from the employee's point of view, they're empowered. Right. You're giving them the control over their schedule more. Okay, so now that you've seen the product, tell me what you think.
Well, it sounds good in theory. The app looks great, the computer looks great, but until you really use it, it's hard to say.
Okay, well, I've got all your employees loaded already, and this week's schedule is put in. Are you guys ready to be put to the test?
I guess so.
I think so.
Okay, Joe's going to be here in just a moment, and he's got a little surprise for you.
I'm starting to get nervous every time I see Joe because he's got some trick up his sleeve or some new gadget I got to learn.
I did something unconventional with the When I Work implementation. I knew to get their confidence levels up, I needed to get them using it and depending on it before we left this week. So I created a scenario. I brought in an unexpected lunch party I knew they weren't staffed for. All right, Steve, Brad, here's your surprise. Your surprise is a test. I have brought with me a lunch party that you weren't prepared for. Now, Patricia, do they have the technology to handle this?
They definitely have the technology. Let's see what these guys can do.
Let's see what they can do.
Well, when Joe first walked up and said he had a crowd of people, we were a little thrown back. I mean, he had a lot of people with him. We were set up just for a weekday afternoon. We only had one bartender on and one server. Man, we needed a lot more than that, and we needed help. Hey, Joni, come on over here. Help him out. Help him out. Have a seat, guys. Have a seat. We'll be right with you, okay? We'll be right with you. As a business owner during Joe's test, it was difficult for me because I saw that Our customers were getting impatient. We weren't giving them the customer service that we're used to giving our customers, and that'll cost us in the long run.
We ordered like a margarita and 2 years, so we're still waiting. But I guess like the short stock.
But everyone's empty, actually.
Yeah. It's just taken a little bit longer than what maybe I had expected. We're on our lunch break, so kind of needed to speed along.
Sometimes when you're in a stressful environment like that, you can fall back into old habits. So what I did was I tried to start calling people to get some help in here. That's what I was used to doing.
Don't you think you've got some new technology that'll work for this?
You mean the When I Work app that'll work for this?
Yes. Let's do it.
Let's give it a shot. We need to get somebody in here fast.
Okay, well, let's see who's available.
Looks like Barbara's around.
Perfect. Text her.
Okay, I just sent the message.
Done. So Barbara had already set up When I Work from her perspective to be available today. So when Steve needed an extra person on hand to handle the surprise luncheon, he knew that Barbara was available. So as soon as he sent the text out that he needed that, she was instantly available and she responded immediately. Steve got the notification on his phone that she was on her way in, and in 5 minutes we were all set.
The When I Work app was awesome. I got a notification to the app on my phone, and I had put in my availability ahead of time, and so they saw that I was there, sent it to me, and I was able to confirm that I'd be there. It was awesome.
I spend so much time making a schedule, making sure shifts are changing, making sure servers and bartenders are here when I need them, making sure cooks are here when I need them. I can't believe how much time this is going to save me. I don't have to try and remember who needs a day off when or where, or who, if somebody's got another job, I don't have to remember their schedule from the other job. It's all right there for you, right in When I Work.
In the restaurant business, it's all about the table turns. The faster the tables turn, the more money you make. Now, they weren't turning tables very well at this surprise luncheon that I brought them because they didn't have the team members they needed to get people served and get them happy, get them fed, get them checked out, and get them out the door. So getting the right team members, that was one of the problems. We solved that with When I Work. Barb was there. She was the cavalry. She saved the day. But there was another step that we knew we needed to make. Those paper order takers, that's gotta go. If we're gonna turn tables really fast for these guys, they need to have the team members when they need them, that's When I Work, and they need to be able to take orders and process them quickly. That's Intuit QuickBooks Point of Sale powered by Revel Systems. That's coming next. During this episode, we saw a ProAdvisor making a big difference in the life of her clients. And she did this because she had the skills not just to manage the technology, but to manage the client relationship. At Woodard Institute, our premier coaching program, we get you beyond the what you should do and the why you should do it, to the cutting edge how to be a future-ready practice, how to manage difficult client situations, and how to accelerate your practice into the future. So join Woodard Institute today to take your practice to the next level.